Hey guys, I am back with a new MIR4 video today, and in today's video I'll be letting you guys know what class you guys should be choosing when playing this game. As I've seen, you guys really like my MIR4 videos, and you guys want to make some crypto, you guys want to farm some dark seal ore, so I'll be letting you guys know which class might be the best for that. Now guys, very important, make sure you guys give me a like. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And I launched my TikTok right down here. You guys see this? TikTok. Yes, I launched TikTok. I'm gonna putting some funny MMORPG content on there, so make sure you guys check it out. I really appreciate that. And let's jump into today's video. So we have the 4 classes: the warrior, the sorcerers, the toast, the lancer. Okay, it's not a toast, guys. I see a lot of you guys didn't get the joke last time. You guys were really mad. It's not called toast. You can't even read, bro. I know it says Taoist. Okay, toast. Don't get mad, guys. Okay, it's just a word. So we're gonna go through the classes. We're gonna start off with the warrior. Now, if you're used to playing warrior in most MMOs, if you guys know me and you watch my videos, I usually go for the warrior. The warrior is a melee range class, but in this game the warrior is also a tank, which is in most games. Now he doesn't wear a shield right here, so it's kind of hard to tell, but he is a tank. So he has taunt skills, he has high defense, he has the highest defense compared to any of those 4 classes. Now his damage output, however, is not as strong as the other classes. However, he makes up for it with his defense. Now, why is the warrior so important? Now, when you are going to be going around farming dark steel ore to make that money, you know, to make that cha-ching, you want to be tanky. If you're AFK farming around mobs or anything, you want your character to be tanky. So warrior is a very good option if you're looking to just farm a lot, grind a lot, and being like played as a mobile game, like an AFK game. So that way the warrior is very good, and same goes for like PvP too. If you are looking to not be super squishy and not die easily, warrior is great. They have good amount of CCs and basically amazing crowd control. But the best thing about it is, again, being able to tank the most damage out of all the classes. And if you're used to playing a warrior or a tank, normally this is the class you want to go with. They have the taunt in PvE or in dungeons, and it's your typical warrior basically. So that is the warrior. Moving on to the next class, we have the sorcerer. Now, for some reason, look at the sorcerer is the class that the most players pick. Now, it's not hard to tell why people pick the sorcerer. Okay, look at her. She's definitely by far the best looking character to choose. I chose the sorcerer when I was playing it because she looks great. Now, however, sorcerer is your typical wizard or a magical attacker in game, so that means that the sorcerer has range, right? But in this game, the sorcerer is really good for AoE attacks. So if there's a lot of mobs or a lot of monsters or a lot of PvP players in mass PvP battles, sorcerer is great. You can do some great AoE damage, some great magical damage, keeping your distance. However, okay, let's be real, all classes will have pro and cons, right? The sorcerer is super squishy, and when you're casting spell, you will be very vulnerable to other players. So if you are looking to not die really fast and be able to be very mobile with your class or character, sorcerer is probably not for you. If I'm going to explain sorcerer, the best way is good AoE output and good DPS from long range. But once you get caught by any class, you're most likely going to die. So that is the best way I can explain sorcerer. Now, however, if you are used to playing range attacker or a mage in most MMOs, definitely go for the sorcerer. If you're used to playing any necromancer, you know, mage, any wizard, you know, the basically long range magical attack, go for the sorcerer. However, also note that the sorcerer is kind of, not really, but kind of the only long range DPS in this game. since they don't have a ranger or an archer, they might add them later, a ranger and archer to the game. But right now, currently, the sorcerer is the best long range attacker, which can be very useful in PvE. As you guys know, if from usual playing mobile games, having that range is very helpful. That is sorcerer overall. Let's go to the Taoist, okay? The toast. Now the toast right here is the healer, okay? Now she is using a sword, so it can get confusing at times sometimes, but she's like the designated healer for this game. But being a healer is not her only ability. Now she can actually do melee combat and do good CC, so she's able to do damage while also being able to heal. So if you're looking to play, or if you're playing a healer usually in your games, you definitely go for the toast. Now remember guys, a healer is always needed. If it's PvP, if it's mass PvP, if it's dungeon, if it's PvE, anything, the healer is always needed. And in most MMORPGs, the two classes that you have to spend the least amount of money on is usually the tank and the healer. The reasoning for that is they don't expect much DPS from you, but you'll be able to heal them whenever they get in difficulties. So if you are looking to play a support role or a healer and not looking to spend too much money in it, you go for the toast. You will be needed for most things in the game. Okay, so that is the toast class. Let's go on to the lancer. Now the lancer is a super strong class. Now it's a melee DPS class, but because of the lancer, it has some good range too, and good CCs, good debuffs, and temporary damage immunity, and later on it gets a self-healing ability. So it is probably the strongest class in the game, I have to say. It's great to play as a solo player. You will destroy most likely all of the other classes that you get to fight against, and also great for solo AFK farming because you are so strong. Now, again, the damage difference is huge between a warrior. However, the thing that the lancer doesn't have that the warrior has is not as strong when it comes to the defense. So the defense isn't that strong, but its DPS is crazy insane and will be good for anything. If you're looking to do PvE dungeons, great damage. Looking for PvP, great damage. Looking to play alone or with other players, overall a super great class. So that is the lancer. Now if I'm gonna give you guys some advice real quick, if you are looking to play the game to farm dark steel ore, right, you want to kind of go with the warrior, so you can tank and you can get out of situations. You have good CC. Now, and if you want to play it as like tank and tank dungeons, and of course that is also a reason. Now if you're looking to play the game to be the strongest, to be the best in the game, definitely go for the lancer. Okay, it will be the most highest damage output and it will be great in 1v1s overall. Now when it comes to the sorcerer, I wouldn't really advise you guys to go for it, because overall you're gonna struggle unless you're just looking to play the game for a full PvE experience. Then the sorcerer I think would be a great option. Now that the toast is never a bad choice, because she is able to heal, will be needed everywhere, and it's most free to play friendly class out of all of them. Now this game only includes 4 classes so far, but again, go for, I always say this in all my class videos, go for the class you think you will play the most. If you're used to playing tanks in most games, go for the warrior. If you're used to playing an assassin or a strong melee DPS class, go for the lancer. If you're used to playing a long range class or mage class, go for the sorcerer. And of course, if you're used to playing a healer, for the toast. So that is all the 4 classes. Now if you guys ask me, I would always go for the best looking class, which is the sorcerer, which would probably be a bad choice. But that's the 4 classes that you guys can choose between in this game, MIR4. Make sure you guys choose the right class and let me know in the comments, what class did you guys choose? Okay, and do you guys regret it? If you could choose, would you switch class? But yeah, go farm that dark steel ore, guys. Make that money. Okay, make that crypto while you can, and follow me again on my TikTok, on my socials. Make sure you guys give me a like, helps me out with the algorithm. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.